Hello everybody and welcome to a short webinar for Geomagic Essential to give you an overview how to operate in the software and what can be done, what function we have and how to use it in a good workflow. So when I have opened Essential, I click on New, and here I have the option to import my STL files, or I can just easily search for it and can import it via drag and drop. So I choose my model, hold the mouse button and pull it inside my software. The first thing that always pops up is the function called Mesh Doctor. With this function, the software is looking for spikes, something that's wrong with the STL, what happens from the step from point to STL. So when we import this, we click on yes to start the function, and the software is analyzing the model, and now we are in the function of the Mesh Doctor, and we see here, for example, our object has 28 spikes marked in red over here. If we click apply, then the software is repairing our STL file, and after that we should have 0, 0, 0 on analyze. If not, we can repeat it until all errors are solved. Now you see everything is 0, so we click on OK to leave the function and can go on. Under display over here you have some function you can switch off and on, for example the world coordinate system, which is out here because up to now our object is not aligned to the world coordinate system. This is what I want to show you later as well. We have here the view clip, so I look at my object like that, I switch it on, and now on my view direction I get a cutting plane, and this I can move on that side, or I switch it off, put my object to this view, switch it on, and now I can move it so I can look inside my object. Also, I have the option over here to make it transparent, more and more to see through my object. If I want to see how good my triangles are over here, I can switch on the edges, and now I see there are a lot of triangles on my object, and if I really need so much or not, it's up to you. I switch off edges and use the first model decimation. I click on it, and here I can choose via triangle count. I can say, okay, so many triangles you have to create the object, or I can just go down by percentage and say I want to reduce it to 50%. Click on apply, and the software now starts to reduce my STL file. Down here you see the remaining time, and now it's done. So I click on OK, and to leave the function. So if I click on display, click on edges, I see it's getting bigger on flat surface, and at the corner there are still many triangles left to get the good detail at the corners. So the software did a pretty good job, and I say on display. So, but I want to switch the edges off. So if I want to align it to a coordinate system, the function is under tools, but at the moment it's not available because we have no features on the object which we can align to the coordinate system. So first we have to create some features, and for this object we can say, okay, let's work with some planes, and we have a lot of function in the plane. For cylinder, so we only have best fit options, but under plane we have a lot of. So if we say best fit, and for example we want to have a plane with all the area, we can choose over here the right angle tool, for example, and could mark all the area with control button and left mouse button again, you deselect. Very nice and fast function for flat area is you switch on the select by angel mode, choose a brush and just click on the object, and then everything what is connected to the flat surface is selected by the software automatically. So we click on apply, and if we want to see how good was the job we have done over here, we have the deviation function. So we fold it down and color map, we switch it on, and here we have now our our spectrum. So I want to say from 1, enter, and directly change to -1, and 0.1, enter also, and over here I have now my tolerance from 0.1 millimeter, and it looks pretty good. So then we can say next. We will switch off the color function at the moment. If we click on next and would directly create another plane, then we have to ensure that this area over here is not selected anymore. Otherwise, if we now click on the plane, it's doing something like that. So we have to deselect it with control and left mouse button, or you can also say clear all, and then you have nothing. So I will switch off, select the angle, and I will choose the lasso to create the next. So I will say over here a bit. Say okay, apply to that, and now I have my plane over here. Also here I can say color map, and I see again I can change to 1, enter, 0.1, enter, and also here the software only compares the areas I choose. So for example, if I say now okay, next, okay, and if I would create a plane with 3 points, for example, over here, I click 1, 2, and 3. I say apply. Now I have also my plane, but the deviation function is not working. So only when I use best fit and I selected the area, then this function can be used. And now I say also okay. Now I have 3 planes. If I need, for example, also a line from the 2 planes, I can click on line and choose 2 planes function. I can choose the plane over here, or just by clicking on it and say apply, And here I have my line now. So now we have all the features we want. We click OK. And if we now click on Tools, we see that our alignment function is switched on. So we click on it, and a new window pops up where we see on the left side our coordinate, our world coordinate planes, or so over here. So when I click, I can see on the left side. On the right side, on the top, I see my features on the object. I can choose here, or also by clicking on it. And down here, I see the result. So when I want to choose that with my first plane, I click Create a Pair, and I see down here my result. In this way now the object is the opposite I actually want, so I have to flip it, and I can say over here flip plane, and then the object is on the other side. Down here I see my status, so the rotation is fixed for 2 now, but I need 3, and the translation is fixed for 1 of 3. The first pair always have a deviation of 0, 0, 0. If I create another one, and let's say plane 2, create a pair, I see a small deviation over here. If I want that this pair is fixed to 0, 0, 0, I can go up with it over here, and then this pair is 0, 0, 0, and the other one is changed a bit. This I can do with planes or also with our line. We have over here, and that is, let's see, for the y-axis, and my line, create a pair, and also here I have a small deviation, but that's okay. And now I have a perfect aligned object. So I click on OK. Also over here I can now say right view, and I have a beautiful view to my object. If I don't want to see the features I create, I can choose by clicking on it with Control button. I can choose all of them, or with the Shift button directly all, and say hide, and I don't see them anymore. So now I have still some holes in my object because there are some areas the scanner couldn't see. So we have under model, under scan, we have the fill hole function. We can fill all, or let's start with a single hole function. If we are in there, we can choose how we want to fill it, curvaceous, tangent, or flat. And if we want to fill the complete hole, only a part of it, or if you want to create a bridge. Bridges are quite useful if it comes to regions, for example, like here, region that goes around the corner. So on that side I want to be flat, on that side I want to be flat, but I need first a section of it. So I click on it, hold the mouse button, pull it a bit, let the mouse button, click it again, pull it, and here I have my bridge. So now I see, ooh, this is not what I really wanted. So I click Control and C, then it's back. And now we will go to tangent and try that. here, down there. It's also not worked perfectly. So last one is our flat option. Click over here, click over here. Okay, that looks much better. And the same we can do here, and also here. And now I can choose fill all, tangent, and click this area to get a nice round corner. Also what I can do is just a particle fill, for example like here, click here, and then I can choose which side I want to fill. And over here we have again a corner, so we take a bridge, flat, one here, so one over here. Alright, so this is how I do it manual, and I can also show by clicking on function again, it's closed, and all what is red is now filled. I can also say fill all, and the software shows me what holes he found and surrounded them red. If I want, I can say also fill it to the maximum of picometers, so the software will fill everything what I put in here, the biggest hole. If I say apply, you can see the software automatically fills everything. Very good job. And we say OK. And now we have one close mesh. So the next function I want to show you is to create sections. It is quite useful also to import it to Solid Edge later. We will show you in another video, but here we can show you how to create it and what options we have. If I click on it, it directly jumps into the function, and I can say, okay, I want to use my coordinate system, or I can just say I put a line where I want to have my sections, or if I want an object plane, for example, for plane 2, see, okay, plane 2, I want to start, I can change the position a bit, so more inside the object like that. And if I want to have several planes over here, I can go up with my planes over here, let's say 60, I can say 3 millimeters, and here I can choose now it going on from central, so from both ways. I just want one way, and now it's wrong way, so I want to flip. Now I can make it a bit bigger, let's say 5. Yeah, 5 looks quite good. If I now click on apply, the software starts to calculating all the intersection he found with the, this looks pretty nice. Down here I have different options from spline, line arc. Choose line arc and say apply. You see that in this case the software is not doing the perfect job. You see over here that if you use the line arc function, the software can't really give you the good result of the intersection. So if you have something like this, check down here which curve type you are using. You can also use polygons, click apply, and here quite important. On here is a bit less, so let's jump back to splines. apply, and it's a really good result we have here, and say OK. Now we see all the lines in our curves. It saves every single curve we create is safe here. You can also say hide, and so we can work on the object and create also, for example, some intersection from that side. So we click on plane up, one. Okay, we can less, let's say 8, also 3. Yeah, okay, 12. That's good. Yeah, so also click apply. So you will see now all the spline and function we want to have, and say OK, and use our second curve, which we can, if we want to import such curves to Control X, click here and click on Save, and so here we can give it a name, curve 1, and to import it, best is to choose the IGES format. Click on IGES format, save the curve, save. Here we can say export it as a single file, or otherwise we see all these curves we saw down every in a single file. So export a single file, say OK, same we do now here, save, IGES, here's one single file curve now, say OK, no, 2, click save, and now I want to show you without, say OK. And we have a look now, so curve 1 is one file and the others is all separate files. So let's hide our curves, and also a nice function which sometimes can be really useful is to compute the whole volume of our scan object, directly says the volume of it, or if also nice if you want to compute the gravity center, and we can also say okay, please create directly a feature, so a point in the gravity, and in there is our, something to see it better, we can click on display will run transparent, and here we see our gravity point. The last step I can show you is automatically auto surfacing. So if I click on start, so it's fetched, and we have a new function now for the autosave. Click on it. Here we have the option for mechanical, organical. Here we can say specific patients or automatic. Let's say automation this time. Surface detail. If you make it bigger, then you have bigger edges on it. And if I say apply, the software starts to calculate. Down here you see at which step the software is, and on the right side the process of each step. And depends on how big your object is, it can take between some seconds and a lot more time. Now phase 9 of 10. And now the color changed from our object, and then we know the process is done, and we have a complete automatic software. What we can now say save, step file, and now it's saving. Now here's our step file. Up with say Geomagic. Okay. And here you see our CAD model. If I want to see in our Essential software, I can go on display. On patch boundaries, I can see the patches, what the software has done for the automatic cut. So I hope that gives you some overview what you can do with it, and more webinars will follow. Thank you.